underprivileged girl here reaching a politics if come and disrespect the Speaker of the House and disrespect his Prime Minister wife. Who she? Where she come from? Who give her so much power? You see them people on St. James we voting her are the foolish people them in a Jamaica. Cause me don't know who that wanna get to represent you know. You see? If you're a woman, hear how she a the next woman. And when them a say man a abuse woman, you see? And hear the woman a the woman because of politics. That's why I say if Jamaica voting back PNP in a power, I run in a different I find a country I run off and I go back down there, I swear. Mark Golem is a big puppy show. Cause this man named Buchanan now. Paul Buchanan now. This man run up and all about a courthouse now. And still has him a fight. Cause him win the election. Boy, as some of the PMP got to the dog. So Mark Golem and nobody in the PMP can't tell this man to leave it alone can lose election. What do these people want? Jesus God.
Speaker, this administration is not wedded to rigid, outmoded political ideologies because we understand that abstract dogmas do not construct roads, feed families, or secure the borders of a sovereign nation. Madam Speaker, I rise today to inject a brutal dose of pragmatism into an international relations debate that has been systematically poisoned by the romanticism of the opposition benches. We are listening to the disciples of Captain Chaos scream into microphones, demanding that Jamaica enter a reckless geopolitical boxing match with global superpowers over the Third Country Nationals TSN transit program. They are looking at the world through the dust-covered lens of the 1970s, completely blind to the contemporary architecture of global affairs. Let us establish an irrefutable administrative truth for this honorable chamber. Ideology is completely useless if it is not grounded in the harsh parameters of reality. Madam Speaker, we must have the courage to confront our historical balance sheet. It was rigid, unyielding, ideological experimentation in the 1970s that utterly wrecked the economy of this country. Now, let us be fair and reasonable in our analysis. Mr. Manley had good intentions. He possessed a genuine passion for social equity, but he was ideologically obese, weighted down by dogmatic theories without an ounce of day-to-day practicality. He simply did not read the global reality correctly. He failed to see that a small island nation operating in a powerful superpower orbit cannot survive on rhetoric alone. The political directorate of that era treated the Jamaican populace as a testing ground for imported academic concepts, choosing global posturing over domestic economic safety, and ordinary folks paid the ultimate price in food lines, currency devaluations, and structural collapse. But, Madam Speaker, let us unmask the ultimate historical irony of this entire debate. The very same Prime Minister whose socialist ideology brought Jamaica to its knees in the 1970s was the exact same man who completely abandoned that ideology when he returned to power in 1989. Michael Manley looked at the global ledger, saw the collapse of the Soviet bloc, and out of sheer unadulterated practicality, became a capitalist. He deregulated the economy, opened up foreign exchange markets, and embraced the free market because reality forced his hand. Yet the supreme tragedy today is that the modern day internet trolls and the nostalgic fanatics who supported his party refuse to accept his conversion. They even forget it, conveniently. They fiercely refuse to abandon a useless, rusted ideology that Michael Manley himself threw into the dustbin of history nearly 40 years ago. I stand before you today to declare that if we were to recklessly buck the United States today under an aggressive, border focused Washington administration, life on the ground in Jamaica would be vastly worse than anything our people endured in the 70s. Let us look at the raw, unyielding list of modern consequences. 1. The inundation of guns and narcotics. If Jamaica fractures its relationship with Washington, the critical intelligence sharing and security support between our local forces and US federal agencies would instantly evaporate. Without international radar tracking and joint maritime interdictions, our borders would be completely overrun by a devastating flow of illegal automatic firearms and high grade narcotics, turning our communities into an unmonitored war zone for transnational syndicates. Number two, the fueling of domestic hyperinflation. Bucking the United States would invite immediate economic isolation, triggering an immediate run on our foreign exchange reserves. The Jamaican dollar would enter free fall, driving import costs to astronomical heights and fueling hyperinflation that would double the price of basic food, fuel, and utilities overnight, completely crushing the purchasing power of ordinary citizens. Number three, the evacuation of job creating investments. Global capital is incredibly risk averse. The moment Jamaica enters a hostile diplomatic standoff with the largest economy in the world, foreign direct investment freezes entirely. Major projects in tourism, business process outsourcing, and logistics would vanish, completely choking off the job creating investment that our youth rely on for upward mobility. Number four, the travel and business lockdown. A blunt diplomatic refusal would trigger the immediate cancellation of non immigrant visas for ordinary citizens, slamming the gates at the US Embassy. Hardworking Jamaicans would be completely unable to access the USA for trade missions, corporate business, or personal vacation, while our vital seasonal farm worker and hospitality placement programs would be completely terminated. Number five, the choking of the remittance lifeline. Over 3 billion US dollars flow into Jamaica annually from our diaspora. A hostile US administration can impose massive transactional taxes or choke off wire transfers entirely, meaning the money auntie sends from New York to buy food in downtown Kingston or medication in Clarendon vanishes instantly from the local economy. Number six, the absolute drying up of infrastructure revenue. When trade collapses, tourism halts, and investment dry up, the state's tax revenue engine is utterly paralyzed. Without that fiscal muscle, the government would lack the funds to build and repair the state's physical infrastructure, completely stopping the money required to fix our roads, rebuild broken bridges like the Troy Bridge, or complete major modern corridors like the Montego Bay Perimeter Road and the Maypen to Mandeville Highway extension. Madam Speaker, let me be perfectly transparent before this House. We take no pride in being this vulnerable, but we take careful note of the reality within which we make decisions to protect the life and livelihood of our people. True sovereignty is not shouting empty slogans into the wind while your people starve. True sovereignty is looking at the hard variables of the brutal power imbalance, acknowledging your vulnerabilities with sober eyes, and executing tactical statecraft to ensure your citizens are never crushed by global forces. The government elected by the people understood this volatile matrix perfectly, choosing not to capitulate but to engage in structural diplomacy, the strategic art of negotiating safeguards to protect national sovereignty while maintaining essential global alliances. Instead of letting Washington dump thousands of migrants on our shores, our professional state security and foreign affairs negotiators went to the table and, under the leadership of National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, hammered out an incredibly tight, restricted deal, locking in a strict cap that allows a maximum of 25 individuals to transition through Jamaica at any single time. This is a highly secured, fully managed transit process, financed entirely by the United Nations International Organization for Migration, and we kept the sovereign right to refuse entry to anyone. And the ultimate theater of the absurd, Madam Speaker, is that Mark Golden, Captain Chaos, explicitly admit at his own press conference that he would have signed the exact deal if he were Prime Minister. His public resistance is a hollow political stunt. This administration deserves absolute credit and the highest praise for standing as a bulletproof shield for the average Jamaican family, keeping your cousin's farm work opportunity safe, keeping the remittance lines open, and protecting the economic well-being of this country. We choose what actually works over what merely sounds good. We are executing a historic break from past failures, and we will continue to govern this country with the data-backed common sense rigor required to build a modern state. And with that, Madam Speaker, the era of sacrifice in Jamaica and the altar of romanticized poverty is officially over. While Captain Chaos and his team chase viral slogans, this government is guilty of nothing but protecting the borders, securing the economy, and safeguarding the future of every single Jamaican citizen. I thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you all for liking, sharing, and engaging my videos, as well as following me to Garden House. Walk good.
A few people in the videos, I say, your career over, it done because of your performance in Grenada. But Massacre just keep focus your youth, man. Don't pay them no mind because at least you have a career where them want to bring down. But them no have no career. No career at all. Them no have. Because watch you now. If any career where them have for them career is to bring down people. And you see anybody who love to bring down other people, I go bring down them own self. You catch the drift. Yes, because I don't know how you go say a man career done and finished because you claim say I want flap on a show where rain did fall and people stand up there with umbrella and people without umbrella a full joy the show. Or you go say a man flap the saw, or you know look and say why the people them stand up there with umbrella and without umbrella a full joy the show. The show wasn't it wasn't Massacre best night. The show wasn't a blast. But looking into the show and see how the people them stand up there in the rain with umbrella and without umbrella, then you have to go question why the people them never left. If Massacre wasn't performing good to them. So why we not overanalyze or analyze the thing that we're there? But when I say Massacre flop, let me tell you something. It's not every time an artist step on stage and perform and you see the crowd are like that. It aligns with flop. Because it is evident to see that many people was in the crowd with umbrella in a night. So it's not like it was in a day where the sun hot and people shade themselves from sun with them umbrellas. It was night and sun no shine at night, so rain must did a fall. So why the people them never left? Why them never left? Eh? Let me tell you something, man. You see the eye them have this fantasy in the eye them head. Yes. And down pound the knees a prayer for bring down Massacre career. But Massacre, them can't stop your career, them can't bring you down youth, man. Because sometimes I wonder if some of them people that yam too late at night time before they got them bed. Hold up a big cartwheel dumpling and some big piece of yellow yam and banana and rent a yam and cocoa. And hold up a chicken back. And this big mountain of food, them yam 10 minutes before they got them bed. And having nightmare and wake up a sleepwalk and take up them phone and make content and a chat the nonsense of people head. Massacre, focus on your craft. Focus to better yourself and focus on your stage performance and your craft and your everything. Now watch them. Because they can't stop your youth. Let me tell you something. You see, anybody will love to bring down other people? Me I tell you, man. Them say the fox suck the grape and the children teeth become nedge. Watch how now do here? Yeah. Watch how now do. Massacre, big up yourself and big up all artists. Because we don't fight down artists. Big up all of the youth them. Saying, and all artists out there. Right, that's all. Me! Shocking Murray said that.